This is an emergency broadcast of the Uncovering Anomalies podcast. This is not a drill. Remove any children and pets from your home and go to your nearest shelter. Remember to at all times listen to the Uncovering Anomalies podcast. And whatever you do, do not under any circumstances trust what you see.
Everyone, this is UAP Uncovering Anomalies podcast. I'm joined with Bob. Oh man,
Bob.
I have to redo this a third time. Anyway, that's Adam. I'm Topher, and we're here to talk about anomalies.
That's correct. Thank you, Topher, for
Mm-hmm.
that. Well, yeah, I don't know if you heard, but now the U.S. government is calling, all this UFO footage that they sent out and leaked and all that stuff, from 2017 and onwards. Now they're saying that it's Chinese drones or trash.
Oh, yeah.
I swear I saw people are just they're posting like these old paintings, showing UFOs, and they're like Chinese drone depicted in painting 1766. Oh, yeah. Man. So I mean, of course they're gonna do that, but we know who's back in charge.
Yeah,
so.
Man, what a dumb. I can't believe this isn't like a bigger issue for everybody.
I know
it's obviously not Chinese drones.
No, it's not. See, a U.S. intelligence report on UFOs attributes many military sightings of unknown flying craft to foreign surveillance drones or airborne waste. A report said. This is New York Post. I mean, they're back. They're back doing their shit again.
Yeah.
What's
with the 180? I mean, it wasn't that long ago they were talking about the the Nimitz thing, and they were saying how it was a complete anomaly to them, or unknown thing, mm-hmm. And now they're back to saying it's a drone.
Ridiculous, isn't it ridiculous? I remember that guy, the Air Force pilot, Fraser. He went around the world. He was just telling his story. I mean, he would know, don't you think?
Yeah, no kidding. Wow. Well, and these things defy any kind of physics or any known way to fly.
Dude, it's so. I mean, I guess I'm not disappointed. It's just so obvious that they want to do it. And now the 180, I'm thinking is I really think that when Trump was in charge, that they felt comfortable. These people, because he was an outsider. That people within the government felt more comfortable coming out. And now it's just back to the same old shit.
Yeah.
Same old line. They'll never tell us.
Oh, hey, our government lies to us. What else is?
I know. I don't know if you heard that one comedian, but he's like. He's talking about having a kid and his son. He loves his son. He does anything for his son. He goes, but I lie to him all the time.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, same thing. But making fun of it is really. Oh, I watched Moment of Contact last night, the James Fox one.
I don't think I've
told
seen
you,
that.
But the Brazil UFO case.
Oh, yes.
Man, it's really good. Really, really good. Highly recommended. It's you can get it anywhere, I think, rent it or buy it.
Oh,
but
cool.
It's in 1996, right? So most of the witnesses are still alive, and he just does an amazing investigation, searching for all of them and trying to get who he can on record, being interviewed, even like the mayor, government officials. We were heavily involved in it, which makes it really weird. Like maybe we shot this thing. I know, but maybe we shot this thing down or something, because it started with a contact from NORAD to the Brazilian government saying, this thing is gonna crash in Brazil. And there was creatures, dude. It's a weird case. I don't know if you know about it. I didn't know about it before.
I did not. I did not know about it.
Yeah, definitely. If you have time tonight to watch it.
Yeah, I've got plenty of time. I did all my laundry yesterday, so now I've got nothing to do today. So.
Oh no, I still have the Sunday chores once we're done.
No, I've got plenty of stuff to do.
But yeah, dude, it's so good. It really is. So stuff like that comes out, and then our government's like,
I don't understand why it's not a bigger deal to the public to want to know about that kind of thing. And it always turns into some, well, now I get
circus.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, they turned it into a circus, like it was a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how they managed to pull that off, but they sure did.
Yeah, they really did. And there was something in the 80s. I was too young for this, but when I read about it, so it sounds familiar to it because it was on television too. I think what was the title called? But it was supposed to be all these whistleblowers that came out. It was on live television, but then after that they're like, oh, that was all a hoax or a joke.
Yeah.
So they keep doing it over and over.
Yeah.
Never. Huh?
No, what's up? What were you gonna say?
Well, there's another thing that was on the mirror. There's a time traveler, quotations, claims U.S. Navy will come into contact with aliens this month.
Oh, that'll be fun. I've been hearing that. I feel like I've been hearing that news story for the last couple of years now.
Since we were born.
Yeah.
Anytime now. Anytime. It's happening.
And now I've gone so far down the rabbit hole, like Project Bluebeam, where they fake an alien invasion.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I'd trust the story once it came out.
Yeah, I mean that actual you mean the theory, the Bluebeam or the Bluebeam reports, you mean?
Well, wasn't Bluebeam about the whole Project Bluebeam was about faking an alien invasion,
right, with holograms,
right? And so now if someone
and even voices and sounds, right, and it'll be like well, he said it'll like each culture will have will see something different and hear something different. So like it'll be like Jesus here, it'll be like Muhammad in Muslim countries. Yeah, that's what he said. It's the Canadian guy, right? He leaked it, and then he was killed or something.
No, the hacker.
Not the hacker, no. Project.
I think I've got my theories all mixed up.
Oh, so you're talking about
my point. My point is, even if aliens were to come down and land on the White House lawn, I'm not sure I'd trust it unless right. The second, like until I'm standing in my living room hanging out with an alien, I don't know if I'd ever trust that it's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean. You should definitely watch the documentary.
All right.
Definitely. Such a weird creature too. But yeah, so did we talk about that time traveler? Of course he's a TikToker. He claims he's from the year 3000.
Oh, jeez.
I know, it's so funny.
You know what really gets me, and this is probably, I don't know if I'll keep this in, but how they can never really nail down time travel. Like for instance, oh Jesus Christ, what is the name of that movie? Blade Runner. It's like
Blade Runner, yeah.
In the year 2019, and it's like it seems like it's way further in the future than it would be.
Yeah.
And then this guy claims he's from the year 3000, which would be so radically different.
Radically different, yeah.
Yeah, they can never get it quite right.
So what is he saying? He goes, in November 2022, the U.S. Navy will come into contact with UFOs from the ocean. Ooh. And the second happening will be in January 2023 with Donald Trump announcing his plans to run for presidency. See, they're always conflating the two for some reason. Yeah. Trump and UFOs, like Space Force. There's something weird going on there. Right? Because when he won is when they first started. Like 2017 is when they started the whole leaking of this stuff and saying it's a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And then Space Force came. Just strange.
I would love to be part of the Space Force. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, they just launched like some satellite into space, so I mean they're active. I think with Musk. Oh, so yeah, Musk now owns Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say we need to talk about that. That's been a very hilarious thing to watch.
Yeah, it is.
Implemented.
He's
really pissing people off.
Yeah. He is like really pissing them off. I mean, even like the ADL, of course, the ADL, mm-hmm. They're trying to extort him. They're telling all of the advertisers to pull out all your advertising money unless he basically says we're in charge, because they're not in charge anymore of the censorship. So they're saying basically make us in charge again. and you can have the advertising money.
What really pisses me off is, he's talking about bringing Trump back and all this other stuff, and they say it's an attack on free speech because they can't have their blue check marks, and so that's an attack on free speech, which goes to show that they have no idea, or they do have an idea, they just refuse to understand what free speech is.
I think it's the opposite of free speech. They're saying they want to censor your speech, and that's free speech. It's so crazy how they invert things.
Yeah, it's crazy that that's what we've gotten to in the world at this point, where they claim everything is fascist or racist or whatever, when it's not.
Sexist.
Yeah, so dumb.
It is, dude. But I think most of the people, if you see like all the reaction to what the ADL said, they're all against it. Obviously, I think the people, the vast majority of people, don't want censorship. Left or right?
You'd hope so.
I mean,
who knows?
There was a poll. I can't remember the name now of it, but they did just ask. This is during COVID, and they just asked Democrats, and there was an overwhelming majority to censor anything that goes against COVID-19 or the vaccines. Like, they were actually happy censoring people.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the White House sent out that tweet about Social Security? It was like,
oh yeah,
and they got fact checked,
yes,
and they immediately deleted it.
Imagine where we are, how different that is. I mean, the world just keeps going round and round. People don't get it. They can't just treat each other right. Like, it's always going to be different. Someone else you treated bad is going to be in charge one day, and then but no one ever thinks that way.
Right.
Or the roles switch.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I always think the pendulum swings, back and forth.
Absolutely, just like luck.
Yeah, constantly. I mean, people tend to forget what the world was like. I think we've brought this up about 100 times already, right around 9/11. But how Republican the world was then. Mm-hmm. Everyone was dead set on going to war and fighting those, desert people or the Muslims or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And they were so dead set on it, and then we flopped the other way in 2008, and now it seems like we're flipping back. And it always ends the same way. People lose their rights, and we're dealt with the consequences.
Sadly, yeah. And it doesn't matter what administration really is. I mean, some can like put a stop or like make it go really slowly, and some put the pedal to the metal, but it's always the same. Always.
Yeah.
Slowly take away rights. Yeah, man, it's so scary when I think of it. Like, but who knows? If they take the Senate and the House, and there's a big possibility they're going to, they're going to have trials. But yeah, I also don't trust it, right? But they love feeding us this hope. They love it. It's great mind control to have just two parties that like supposedly fight each other.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's perfect.
Did you see the news article about what's it, COVID Amnesty? Or
Yes. What is wrong with them? What is wrong with them? They're psychos.
Yeah. Oh shit. All the conspiracy theorists were right about everything about COVID. Please forgive us. It's like, no.
And then there's no apology. There's nothing. They're like, oh, we didn't know. Just move on. Move on.
We need to forgive each other. Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah, I love the reaction to that though too. So I mean,
that's actually, it kind of made me happy seeing the reaction to that article, is because there's just the overwhelming response was, no, fuck that. That's some bullshit.
Exactly. You locked us up. You locked our kids up. Businesses collapsed.
Yeah.
Mandates.
Also, did you see the New York Supreme Court? They I don't even know what the word is.
Yeah.
They ruled that anyone who was fired for not,
for not being vaxxed.
Yeah, they have to go back to work. They have to get their jobs back and get back pay.
Pay. It's 2 years of back pay, right?
Yeah, which is I'm amazed. I don't know what's going on over there. I mean, that's an incredible ruling to me.
It's crazy. You're right. And even in the politics, I think the governor who's going to win is a Republican.
Yeah.
Zeldin. What?
Yes.
What? In New York?
I know. There's a huge red, what do they say? A red wave.
Red wave.
Dumb, really dumb phrasing, but anyway, it is. But here we go once again. The pendulum is swinging back the other way.
Yep. I mean, there's always the same agenda that goes. I mean, there'll be some changes, right? We do feel a little freer with Republicans, a little freer. At least they pretend to care. Yeah. About the Constitution.
Did you send in your mail-in ballot?
I didn't mail it. I went in though, and I gave it to her, and I watched her put it into the box.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, at least I saw that. But why are they all masked up? Like, why? What is going on?
I don't
the hell?
Man. I honestly don't know. I had to go. I went to the doctor recently.
Yeah.
And when I was at the doctor's office, it was funny. I went and got my blood drawn. And one woman, she'd just come back from her break or something and forgot to have her mask, and they all like freaked out. I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, come on, guys. Like you were like, you're in the medical profession, whatever. It doesn't matter.
They're just, they're much more brainwashed because they just regurgitate and follow rules and don't think for themselves.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm looking around too. I'm seeing more masks. Like, what's going on? Is I missed something, or I don't remember hearing.
There's a new variant out. I think it's that time of year.
Okay, all right. So that's what it is. It's just getting cold.
I don't know, man. I honestly, I don't get it. I'm glad to see like where we've gotten. Like at work, for instance, we used to have to wear masks anytime we left our desks, and that was pretty lax for the time.
Okay.
But now I'm starting to see people again with masks, and it's like that's how strict it was. Like anytime you left your desk, you had to wear a mask, and the fact that it's coming back is just absolutely ridiculous.
Because it doesn't do anything. Why don't people say like they have to don't they want to see the science of these things? I mean,
you think so, or they they want amnesty.
They want amnesty, yes. That's right. It's not their fault. They didn't know, but a lot of other people did. They didn't know because they censored everyone.
Right. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the doctor, but he just lost his license. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Dr. McCullough.
That's the one.
Unbelievable. They really want to punish people who care about everyone.
Yeah.
Sick, huh? It's really sick.
What is it about society? And just going along with the flow and not questioning anything and silencing anyone who has a different opinion, and talking about fascism and free speech and all that stuff, and anyone who not anyone, most people who say they're pro free speech and pro freedom, they're the exact opposite. They just go I honestly, I truly don't understand. I really don't get it. It pisses me off, but at the same time, it just kind of makes me throw my hands up and say whatever.
There's been damage done.
Yeah.
It can't be undone either. It looks like, or a lot of it for some people can't be undone.
No kidding.
If you're still going around with a mask, and that's it, you're just in this state of fear. You'll always be controlled.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. It's that state of fear.
I wanted to ask. Maybe it's not podcast appropriate, but how does your daughter deal with all this? I don't know. That might. I don't want to like dox her.
You mean like with? I mean, I tell her everything, so she's in the know.
Okay, but like, what's her take on it? What does she think about all this, or is it kind of just kid just being a kid?
Yeah, like she knows it's ridiculous. She knows it's a lie, but they're not forced to put masks or anything anywhere. And when it was forced, she didn't go to school. We homeschooled her.
Right.
So she's never been forced to wear one.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, there was one time when she was doing acting classes where they did force her, and it didn't last very long, so we pulled her out. So it's just disturbing, man, and I can't believe other people are just doing that to their kids.
Yeah, it's insane to me. I saw the funniest thing. Well, it's not funny. It's really actually kind of depressing. But I saw a picture online of a poster like before you walk into a zoo, and it was a picture of an otter and a little kid with a mask on, and it said "mask up because they can't." Talking about protecting the animals. I just the brainwashing is just unfucking believable.
Yeah, it's an assault too because it's everywhere. You know, I don't know if you saw that it was leaked, but the government spent $1 billion on propaganda for the vaccine, and there was the minutes of the meetings or emails came out that they were meeting with all these different influencers and paying them, and from all different industries and different races, and you know, it was a huge plan to just go out there and say the vaccines are good for you. Please do it for your communities. And so it's really hard to fight against something like that. You have to turn off everything.
Yeah.
You know, or you'll fall for it.
What's I never understood what the end game would be for the vaccines. Like, what's the point? Or was it just like a test for whatever the next thing is to come?
Could be many reasons, like you said. Like one of them is a test. Yeah, like how far could they get? And they couldn't get that far. Now that's why, and the reason why they know this is because free speech, and censorship wasn't strong enough. So now, you know, they're coming out and saying, well, if we want this to work next time, we're gonna have to kill the internet, basically, like that Jacinda from New Zealand was saying in the UN. You know, that it should be treated like a weapon of war. Free speech is a weapon of war.
That's the one accent I'm not sorry, I'm not trying to derail you, but like Kiwi or Aussie accent, I cannot pull off ever.
I can. Well, no, that's South African. In South Africa say blik, but yeah, I mean South African and New Zealand, those two are
South African.
South African, yeah. Hey, you did it.
Yeah, but that's South African though. The Aussie accent. That's
Australians. Australians a bit easier too. But yeah.
Kiwi, hey, mate.
Hello, mate.
I can't do it.
You did it though.
That was a good one. We're gonna offend one of our 3 listeners.
Hey, it's only 3 listeners. That's fine, dude.
I have no idea. You're the guy. You're the guy that actually accesses that kind of stuff.
I have not checked. To be
That's
honest,
okay.
Because I was upset that I thought the analytics software would also pick up Spotify's. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to claim our Spotify. That's what I need to do. Okay. Here, I'll do that.
I still need to make my my for real Twitter account and pay that $8 so I get a blue check mark.
It's so funny that
dude.
He's doing that.
I know we already touched on that, but I find that whole Twitter thing absolutely hilarious.
So funny. You see, he's trolling AOC.
Just at the absolute meltdown from the people on Twitter who used to have blue check mark. Or I guess they still do. What did he say? Your feedback is appreciated. That'll be $8 or something.
Not pay up.
I thought that was so. Hold on a sec. There's a helicopter flying overhead.
That's all right. His profile too is really funny now. What did he name himself? Wait a minute. He lives in hell. He's saying because everyone's giving him shit.
Yeah.
Wait. That's really funny. He's really funny, dude.
I still can't believe that whole thing went down. Like I can't believe he
actually did it. I know. Okay, so he's Twitter complaint hotline operator. And he's living in hell. Or he's from hell or something. His location is hell.
That's good.
I mean, thank goodness for people like him. Whether he's, controlled op or whatnot. At least it makes things.
Yeah. I'm interested to know what his end game is. Did you see, speaking of Twitter, that it turns out that Twitter was offering, like, if you applied to get I honestly don't know how it works.
Okay.
When you try to get a blue check mark, Twitter they'd
interview
say,
or something, right?
I have no idea. To get verified, Twitter would be like, okay, we need $15,000 from you to be verified.
No.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
No, that's what they were saying. Not now. I'm talking about back before. Yes.
Wow, dude. Yeah, now I guess you have to be like an author or something where, you're what is it, reasonably known. Then I think it's just your ID, probably a video call too. Right, to verify. But now with this $8, no, I guess anyone can now just put a fake name, pay the $8, and you're blue. Yeah.
That's so funny to me.
But they're still pissed because when you have a blue check, what they do is that they put a filter on where they don't want to see anyone else's comments, tweets, or retweets except blue check marks. So it's going to drive, and that's why it's going to be driven insane. So they don't read people with no blue check marks like complaining to them or calling them out about stuff. So I think that's why, really. And because they're not special anymore.
I know that blue check mark meant so much to them for some stupid ass reason.
Yeah, seriously.
Back when I had a Twitter, I got I can't remember who the actor was. Oh, it was Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, who's that?
Pattinson. He's the guy who's the new Batman.
Oh, okay.
I made one tweet about him saying that I liked him it was The Rover. I liked him in The Rover, and I had 56 retweets for some reason.
What?
And it was all these people who were huge fans of his, or maybe they were bots. I don't know. This is 4 or 5 years ago at this point. But that was my most popular tweet of all time. And then I deleted my Twitter shortly after.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a complete waste of time.
Yeah, it is. All social media is.
Yeah, it can suck you in so much. Unfortunately, it's one of the only ways we can get our podcast out there.
Yeah. Well, I'll get that done today as well.
No, if it's seriously an issue, it's gonna not be good for you, then don't.
I made an Instagram about a year ago, and I barely even look at it. I haven't used
mine in 2 months now.
Yeah, I just don't give a shit.
Well, they made me look like shit too, because I shared my account is private, right? And I it's not open or anything. And when this COVID stuff was going on, I was trying hard to wake up people. I didn't care what people thought about me, but still, they were saying he's a misinformation spreader. It would say that, and then people wouldn't be able to tag me, and they would say that too. You're not able to tag him because, and they would say why, because I spread COVID misinformation.
Such absolute bullshit.
So and then it turns out all right. It was all right,
And I was just about to say, and then it turns out you were correct about everything.
So that's why it's just hurt, and I think a lot of people just unfollowed me, which is fine. I just couldn't shut up about what was going on. I mean, I'd make fun of a lot of it, look what they're doing to the kids, when they had glass, between the student between their desks.
Oh my god!
I was calling shit out like that, people were wearing masks and playing band. They would just have slits to put the flutes and stuff like that. Just so ridiculous.
My favorite is when people are out for a walk and they've got a mask on, or they're in their car by themselves with a mask on. It's who are you protecting at that point?
Yeah, exactly. And sharing funny videos, music videos. Is that one I wear my I wear my mask at night. I wear my
sunglasses at night.
Yeah, but he said mask, I think, or in his car. No, I wear my mask in my car. He's virtue signaling people. It was so funny. So stuff like that, a lot of people were making fun of this situation. So yeah, I mean that documentary, James Fox's documentary, Moment of Contact, is something else. I don't know why I haven't heard of this. I mean, it's such a bizarre case, and I've read so much, I've researched so much about this subject. Just I don't remember this one, or it just wasn't leaked out of Brazil, or people didn't translate the incident. But it's just crazy. The UFO crashed. There's beings that were just roaming the town or the city. So yeah, definitely something to watch. Even the depiction of that alien, such a weird depiction. The officer that actually caught him with his hands, just so many good witnesses. So yeah, definitely recommend watching that.
Huh? You talking about the documentary?
Yeah, dude, it's just
that good, huh?
Yeah.
That's one you sent to me, right?
Did I send this? Oh, I think I sent the press release before they released it. Remember they had a showing in L.A. and you're like, how can we get there? So it was that one.
Oh. Yeah, we went and saw it together, right? That one?
No, not that one. No, we saw. That's Corbell's.
Yeah.
It's Bob Lazar.
We talked about that, right? Like on the show, I mean.
I think we did. We should if we didn't, because that was one of my first openings I've been to.
That was wild. I remember like people were taking pictures. It was Bob Lazar and I can't remember the other. I know Corbell, and then there's that one other guy.
That one other guy. What's his name? He's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber.
Well, no, he was like a news guy, I thought.
Oh yeah, George Knapp.
Yeah. Funny. Everyone was like taking they had press there. That was like a big event we got into.
It was huge. The line was like going around. Like there was thousands of people in line, but then really like crazy people. They were selling UFO stuff and remember.
I remember we were walking back to your car after, and we were walking next to some people who were like, "What'd you guys think of that?" And I was, I'm never gonna make a statement good or bad because I don't want a confrontation.
Right.
And I was like, it was okay, it was fine. And the guy goes, "It was so shitty."
Yeah. We're like, right?
Do you remember that?
I do. Totally remember that. In the garage.
Yes, in the garage, yeah.
Yeah. And basically I was like, yeah, exactly. All he did is he got old interviews and then made it look fancy.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some parts that were okay, for the documentary. Weird parts, like when the FBI came.
Yeah.
And raided his house.
It's such a shame too, because have you seen Hunt for the Skinwalker? Have you seen his other documentary?
Yeah, that's a really good one.
That's a really good one. And then I don't know how this one turned out so shitty, but here we are.
I just if you remember at the show too, Corbell's like, all right, so we're going to take questions and answers, right?
Yes.
And I guess he didn't like any of the questions, so he just shut that down, remember?
Yeah, it was like 3 questions, and he just was, and then he like threatened to kung fu someone or whatever.
Yeah.
God, he was such a dickhead.
He still is.
Yeah.
He still is. I mean, and
then I remember thinking like halfway through the documentary, like he inserted himself in a way that made him seem like a main character, and I'm just like, you're the guy who's making the documentary. Like, this isn't an autobiography.
Yeah, he made it all about him.
Yeah.
Same thing when he goes on Rogan, he does the same thing.
Oh man.
It's a long interview. Him and Lazar go on Rogan. I think it's 5 hours.
I believe it.
But yeah, of course, Corbell just keeps interjecting and putting his 2 cents. Like, dude, shut up. We want to hear Bob talk.
Yeah, man. Whatever.
I know. But yeah, that Skinwalker is really good.
Yeah, I still want to. I'm not kidding. I still want to go camp out wherever's close. I really do want to go check that out in person.
Yeah.
It's not far from here. Oh, I won't say where it is or where we are. I don't want.
Well, I mean, all in Utah. That's right. Did you see that one video that's out there? Apparently taken by a pilot from 40,000 feet over Utah, over Zion. And it's just this circular. Where is it?
Yeah, no, I have not seen that. I don't think I've seen that. Moment of Contact.
Yeah, so that's the documentary.
All right, cool. Wow, great. I got something to watch today.
Yeah. I guess it's on everywhere. So
have you seen oh my God, I've got something coming up here. Excuse me. Have you seen Unacknowledged? I think it's on Amazon. That's a
Yeah,
pretty
oh
good.
yeah, Richard Gere.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen it.
I'm not a huge fan of his, but that's a pretty cool documentary.
Yeah, very cool. Well, he's been at it for the longest time. I even in the 90s when he came out with not in the 90s, early 2000s when he came out with the Disclosure Project. He had a website. I subscribed to it so I can hear all those interviews of all those whistleblowers. So yeah, I think those are available now free on YouTube. All those interviews, they're crazy. Have you listened to them?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's been at this for a long time.
He has, but also, do you know about his like $10,000 tours you can take or whatever?
Which one?
With Greer, you can if you pay him like $10,000 or something, you can go out in the desert and meditate until you see a UFO or something.
Yeah, I mean that is annoying. I mean, I guess he's got to make money.
Yeah,
so that is suspect, right? When someone does that.
Yeah, that's exactly. That always makes a person suspect.
I mean, it's a good message. Like, look, they're never going to tell you. The government will never tell you. It's just do it yourself. You don't need them. I mean, so that's a good message, but I didn't know it's $10,000.
I don't. I'm pulling that out of my ass. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either. I don't know how much it was. But I was reading Reddit comments about that. There was a couple people who had been on his tour, and they actually did see something, which is cool. But you really do. You go out in the middle of the desert and you meditate, but all they saw was like a metal sphere appeared for like a second or two. This was the account I was reading. Appeared out in the distance so they could see it. So you can't really like fake that. So it's real.
Right.
I don't know. It just bugs me when people charge money for something like that.
Especially with that. Anyway, yeah.
It wasn't a small amount of money. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, because it's Stephen Greer too, right? You're paying for a celebrity. I'm sure for him to talk at any of these events, it's probably something similar. He doesn't talk anymore. It could be because he's expensive. I can't remember what the last one was. Anyway, he's still, I don't mind him too much. He's done a lot of good for this.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that.
Because he's even part of that memo that was leaked of that Department of Defense deputy or something. Did you hear that? Oh, I'm sure you know that one, that leak. And that it was basically Greer was trying to get all these military people in the U.S. government briefed on this subject, right? And tell them that this is happening, illegally, unconstitutionally, whatever. And one of them said, you know what? I don't think so because I would know about it. I forget his name now. Something memo. Yeah,
no,
yeah. So anyway, so then he goes and he investigates and he finally gets to one, okay? And he talks to the lawyers of that project and they say, you don't have a need to know. He's like, excuse me, I am blah, blah, blah. And he gets a phone call from on top and they're like, leave this subject alone or you lose your pension and you lose your job. And he was shocked. And that was in the memo. So it's just crazy how this subject it's not a joke.
Right. I was going to say it clearly is something. That's why the U.S. government's so hush and doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Shutting people up. That's why I was so surprised when all of the recent like Tic Tac video, all that. Well, God, recent. I think that was like 2017.
Yeah.
When all that stuff happened. So it's been a while.
It has been a while.
But
who's in charge?
Yeah. But like, I remember watching did you watch the 60 Minutes interview with the pilots, the military pilots who saw that stuff?
That's the only one I didn't watch. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe because it was CBS, maybe.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch that one.
It's fine. I mean, it's just people describing their experience. It's nothing you haven't heard it before.
Right. And the New York Times, I mean, it was a huge PR campaign to push this thing. And now it's like, I
know.
Forget that.
I remember thinking like, oh, here we go. Disclosure. It's going to happen. Yeah, and basically they just said, there's this shit that we don't know what it is.
Yeah. And now it's either drones or trash.
Yeah. Right.
Dude, that's so crazy.
Trash that can defy gravity and fly in and out of water, no problem.
Yeah. And look how they use the word trash. See that word that it's not a coincidence or an accident.
I just don't understand why it depends on which political party's in power to tell us what's going on.
Well, not political party, because Clinton also really wanted to know. So during his time,
he was obsessed with UFOs.
Right. So during his time, there was a lot of leaks coming out too. Not with Obama. I think if someone's really affiliated with the intelligence, it's completely not let out. If they're like a civilian, a normal civilian, then it comes out.
This goes to show who's really in charge, because Trump would have just blurted it out nonchalantly. If he knew anything, or Biden would let it slip because he's kind of an idiot.
I'm sure they don't tell Biden anything.
No, absolutely not.
Here's your notes.
Yeah, exactly.
So sad.
Yeah, it really is.
What was the latest thing he did? He was trying to gaslight everyone that everything's fine. The prices are not up. Something like that.
Yeah. I just can't believe, like, all that news came out about him showering with his daughter and all that stuff, and how that wasn't a bigger story. When her diary got leaked or something?
Her diary got leaked, yeah. And the FBI got sent to James O'Keefe's house because he's the one who had it.
Yeah, just all that stuff. It just goes to show that all the elite are complete pedophiles. Yeah,
totally. Because what's her name goes to jail, right? But then what about her clients?
I know. That's the biggest story. She got Jizz. I call her Ghislaine. I don't even.
Ghislaine.
I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm gonna keep calling her Ghislaine. But the meme where she got sent to prison for trafficking minors to absolutely nobody. That's one of my favorite jokes.
It's so totally dumb. True. Totally true. Yeah, it's so dumb. Who's the latest guy? Oh, Paul Pelosi. What happened to him?
Oh my God! Yeah, we need to talk about that, because that story is as fishy as a lake.
First of all, no security, right? No breach of security, no camera.
Whole story. No, that's the thing, is there are cameras, but nothing was recorded apparently.
Just like Epstein.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you know something's up.
All right, so what? Apparently now there's different things that people are saying. So apparently he called the cops and said that there's a guy named this, whatever his name is, and he's a friend, right? Mm-hmm. Now people might think that's code or something, so the guy doesn't go crazy. The cops get there. Some third person opens the door too. Yeah. So that could be a housekeeper. And the cops find both Pelosi and this guy
just in their underwear.
In their underwear, fighting over a hammer.
Yeah.
And then
the whole, and then my favorite thing is they say this guy that attacked Pelosi was a MAGA Republican, a right winger. Even though he's a nudist, he lives in a communist colony. He's got like Black Lives Matter flags and shit like that.
Yeah.
In his place of residence, and they try and turn him into. Oh, also he's here illegally. Did you hear about this?
Yes, he's here illegally.
Yeah, he's from Canada or something.
He's from Canada.
Yeah.
But no, he's the right winger.
They say he's a crazier right winger.
And it's right before
midterms.
Right before midterms.
So convenient.
I know. They're doing anything. You can see them panicking.
Yeah. I know. It really must be bad for Democrats right now.
Yeah,
it really
Obama.
Must be.
Right?
Jesus.
They brought back Obama to like start riling up everyone.
Yeah.
Fetterman, this guy Fetterman, have you seen him?
Oh my God. Yeah, this poor guy. I mean, I feel bad for the guy. He had a stroke, but he really he's not fit to be be in power.
A senator. What are they doing?
I don't understand.
Why are they putting him out there?
Yeah, I don't get that. That's what I was about to say. Why are they doing that?
Because he'll be easy to control. Just say yes.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, look at Biden. The guy's probably got dementia.
But it's so embarrassing. Like when they asked him a question in the debate, his second line was "Good night."
Yeah, I know.
Instead of "Good evening." I mean, yeah, it's not good to make fun of him, but they shouldn't be doing this.
I know. I mean, but it just why are they pushing him? I don't get it.
You should see the comments on Twitter too, like the Democrat shills. They'll be like, Fetterman killed it tonight. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And now Oprah is endorsing him.
Of course she is.
Wow, I'm shocked at these people.
I know. I mean, just the blatant. I don't know.
Their audience is probably very low IQ people. It has to be that.
Yeah. Truthfully, I mean, do you watch like any news networks or?
No. I have to get it from three. No, I get it from like five to 10 different sources. I get my information from different podcasts, different websites. Like Zero Hedge, I visit that a lot. I get a lot of news from Zero Hedge.
I'm assuming most of the public still watches.
Yeah.
Like cable TV, and that's why they have all these people pushing these views.
Yeah.
Because like I'm a young-ish guy, and I don't watch any news, and I know none of my friends do. So they're pushing it to somebody. I'm assuming it's like the boomers.
Definitely boomers. I mean, they were the most. I'm not saying anti-government, but they were more awake before about the dangers of big government, right? And then they just turned to it. Now they want big government. And it could be because they're dependent on it for Social Security but they have 401k, so I don't think they're that dependent. Or they're just scared too of death, right? A lot of the old people were just this really worked on them.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to die. And they were just like a deer in the headlight.
Well, what's funny is my dad, as you probably know, or could have guessed, he's a big, like all he does is have Fox News on.
yeah, I know that, yeah.
But we had a conversation last week, and I talked to my parents on the weekends, and even he was saying that both sides are corrupt. So that was that was surprising. It wasn't just anti
right general. I mean,
right.
Tucker's saying that too now. He's a lone voice, that guy.
Yeah, actually, I like a lot of the stuff that Tucker says.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I mean, I forgive him for his past. He woke up.
Yeah.
He said some crazy things in the past, like very vile things, but he's really changed.
Yeah. I'm surprised I'm assuming he's making a run for some position in power in the next 5 or 10 years.
Could you imagine? People love him. I think he'll win.
Yeah, I think he would too, honestly.
Yeah, he has his enemies, of course, but so does Trump.
Yeah. Is Trump back on Twitter yet, by the way?
No, I mean, even though he said he doesn't want to anyway. So, but they might reinstate him.
I hadn't heard that. I haven't heard anything. Probably, thankfully, I haven't heard anything from Trump in quite.
Because he's on his Truth Social thing. I think he did mention this during in the beginning stages when Musk first announced he wants to buy Twitter. He said, "I still won't go on that platform," because he wants to make his platform about him only.
Of course.
There's no other reason to be on Truth Social. Really.
As all ego, what's it called? Narcissists do.
Like Kanye buying a Parler.
Oh man, we probably could talk about Kanye real quick.
Yeah, I mean he's still at it. He's not backing down. I'm loving it. Okay, the guy lost $2 billion. He's not backing down. Have
you looked into? So the guy he posted the text he got, which is really fucked up.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
I actually meant to bring this up earlier. He got text from his quote unquote personal trainer that said basically we sit down and talk, or you get drugged up and sent to an insane asylum.
It's so nuts to imagine. Like, now is that a recent one or is it from a long time ago? Is that recent?
I don't. Well, him posting that is recent. I don't know if the texts are recent or not.
I mean, he is blaming that guy, that personal trainer, for diagnosing him wrongly for
have you looked into that story at all?
A little, yeah, where they started changing the Wikipedia page.
Yes.
Yeah, where he's not Jewish anymore.
He worked for the people that paid for MK Ultra.
Yes, the DOD thing.
Yes. It's an insane story. He's not a personal trainer at all. He's like a psych guy.
They were using him like MK Ultra, exactly. Like they have stories about this, right?
Yeah.
About celebrities that get used and they have handlers. He had handlers.
He was the same quote unquote personal trainer that that was hired by like Brittany Murphy and the other rapper who died and all this other stuff. It's actually like an insane story. And like when Kanye was first institutionalized, it happened at that guy's house.
Yes.
It's a very, very, very interesting story.
What a scary guy that is, huh? I guess that's how they control their celebrities and make money out of them. I mean, could you imagine how much money they made out of Kanye, and they just shut him down now? He's speaking his mind.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
It's scary that they can do that.
It just goes to show what Hollywood is really like, people.
Yeah, and that there's no fuck you money.
Yeah,
unless you're part of them.
You get all the way to the top, and you can't even. Yeah, you're still under their thumb. It's insane.
But the stuff he's sharing is great. Yeah, that one screenshot of that personal trainer. Yeah, that's scary. That's the latest one. But then there's that basketball player too, also going through the same shit. And
Kyrie Irving.
I mean, he just shared a tweet, I guess, with Alex Jones, or some documentary. Again, they made him apologize, and he was going to give $500,000. It's not enough. They don't want the $500,000, and they want him kicked out. I mean, it's so crazy what's happening in this country.
Yeah, we live in interesting times, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah, fun to talk about anyway.
And it's something every day. Every day.
I know, right? Yeah, every day there's news story.
Well, I mean, we're left alone on the weekends mostly, I think.
Yeah, they got to get it out Monday through Friday. Something for them to talk about.
Well, hopefully things change, dude. I did vote. Yeah, I did tell you I'm not apathetic that way. I did, and I voted completely against the Dems just because for freedom.
Yeah.
Really, that's the only thing. It's not like the Republicans are better. They just depict that, they care about our freedoms, and we'll see. Hopefully they will.
I just don't understand the Democrats. I don't understand what their game plan is.
Or what they thought. What were they thinking? People are just gonna. We know what it is. Also, it's the Ukraine war. That's what it put a wrench in their plans. It just they didn't know they had to pivot, and they just stopped all this, and now they're just focusing on Putin and that war.
But I don't even get their plans there. Like, we keep sending Ukraine money and money and weapons and money and weapons, and people aren't for that
at all. Well, they're trying to drain Russia and Putin.
Yeah. Well, right. Good luck there.
Especially that China's with them, and India, and now the Saudis. The Saudis are just ignoring us. I mean, whoa, what a scary situation we're in.
Yeah, I know. We're looking at. Oh my God, sorry, I'm just burping like crazy. Do you think we're headed toward World War III, or do you think we won't get there?
I mean, what I've read before, like Joel Skousen, he has like these relocation books which are excellent about where to relocate in the U.S. to be safe from nukes and stuff. And he has theories, and they're old too. But he has one about how the West actually wants a nuclear war. One, because of the debt that they'll never pay back. So they need these computers to be taken out. And they don't care because they have underground cities, and they'll just weather the storm, and they'll just come out and take over the world, something like that. So he's been saying that for a while, and it's just been playing out because they keep egging and poking the bear.
Yeah,
like they want it to happen, and it's just not happening.
You said underground cities. There's this documentary I've been meaning to watch forever at this point. There's this documentary called, I think it's called The Underground. Have you seen this? It's about the underground cities, and I really want to watch it. I'm going to see if I can find it. I'll send it to you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, like these deep military underground bases, deep underground military bases, they're called. Mm-hmm. And they've been building these out since the 60s.
Yeah, they have. That's
network.
That's not a conspiracy theory, folks. No. That's a verified fact.
Yeah, I mean, it's a vast network of just these tunnels, and there's always been stories coming out of high-speed trains, and so I mean, we were using nukes in the beginning to make them. They're just exploding nukes underground and made huge cavities. Yeah.
Oh, did you read the Three Body Problem or start reading it?
No, I did not. I think I downloaded it actually. Here, wait.
Sorry, I read those and I'm like, that's like the only thing that's been on my mind for weeks at this point.
I think I sent you something too that would have been up your alley. I forget what it was.
I'll check it out. I have a lot of texts. I get like a text from you, or I'm at work or something, and I go, oh, I gotta look at that, and then I forget later.
Amazon shopping. What is it called again?
The Three Body Problem. That's the first book. It doesn't matter.
Trilogy.
Yeah, it's the Remembrance of Earth's Past, I think.
Audible book 0. Maybe I'll get the Audible. I'll just listen to it.
There you go. It's really long. All of them are really long. They're like 24 hours.
The Three Body Problem, Zishin Lo.
Yep. Man, I couldn't even attempt to pronounce that.
Yeah, Zishin Liu.
I think it's Liu.
Audiobook. I haven't even used the audiobook with membership. All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah. It's good. Oh man, I got a bloody nose. That's fun.
That's not cool.
No, I've got bad allergies, and so when I use nose squirts or nasal spray or whatever the hell it's called these days,
nasal spray, yeah,
it dries me out and I get bloody noses.
Oh, dude, you should get xylitol. It's an antibacterial. It's on Amazon too, but it's natural. You're not using drugs, It's good to clean out your nose.
I'll check it out.
In addition,
this podcast is sponsored by whatever Adam.
Xylitol.
Xylitol.
I think they're called X-Clear or something like that. We'll put our affiliate links in the description below. That'd be nice though if you start getting lots of traffic and put affiliate links, Yeah. If they want to support the show, they can just click on that and we'll get like a couple cents in our sale.
That'd be nice. I feel like every time I watch a YouTube video, it's sponsored by NordVPN.
Yeah.
We could reach out to them, get them to sponsor us.
The good news is on Anchor, you can just say apply, and you don't have to have that many viewers, but you have to have, I think, a minimum of 3 shows, and then you can apply for it.
Nice. Well, we got a couple coming here, so.
Okay, cool.
Well, is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, that's everything. I think it was a good episode. A lot going on.
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
Especially our little ad read at the end there. That was fun.
We're just practicing. We'll get better. I'll get better.
I will do my best. I'm still listening to myself talk and I can't stand it, but
I get it. Maybe we should make up different voices then. Like speaking a completely different voice. Maybe I'll try to do that.
This is Topher. Oh yeah, okay there.
It
could be like Canadian.
Swedish? Oh no, it's a Canadian.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was Swedish. Sorry, I got my accents mixed up.
Shit. Well, cool.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to UAP, the unidentified. Wait, what? Uncovering. Man, I'm bad at this. Uncovering Anomalies podcast.
Uncovering Anomalies podcast. UAP. You can find us at UAP the podcast at Twitter. Also, we do have a URL, UAP the podcast. Hasn't been built up yet, so
we're getting there.
Time is rare.
It sure is.